we got to enjoy a pretty warm one on Friday, and fog even lifted pretty early. Lots of sunshine settled in and got those stubborn clouds out of there. Here is a look at your view in downtown Savannah, looking at River Street in the Plant Riverside District. Things are fine now compared to last hour, though. Temperatures have fallen a little bit, and also the wind has relaxed several degrees. I'll mention the sea fog was pretty persistent on places like Tybee and Hilton Head, and for now, things remain fairly mundane here in the Coastal Empire. 63 degrees, dew points at 62, so get that temperature to fall a degree more and the clouds to clear out some. Things will generally become more conducive for fog to develop in most of the area. Beaufort reporting 1 mile, nearly everywhere else essentially reporting unrestricted visibility at this time. And Viper radar remains clear and dry. We'll be tracking some activity on Viper radar coming into tomorrow. Nothing like what the deep south is seeing now, but portions of North Georgia seeing some showers moving in, even an occasional rumble of thunder or two. More of the prolific thunderstorms have been across central Alabama, along with portions of Mississippi and northern Louisiana. Another round of activity firing up in portions of East Texas as well. For the short term, we will have sea fog to possibly contend with, and eventually could even find some fog developing inland. But either way, not looking at widespread dense fog, but that same issue we've had the last several mornings will be there, of course. That gets out of the equation, though, by about 10, 11 o'clock at the very latest. And we'll be looking at a mainly sunny day by the time we get towards the afternoon. Starting off fairly mild, upper 50s to lower 60s. This gives way to highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s, looking at 80 in Savannah. So a very warm day expected. And it will turn quite breezy, too. We'll be in the warm sector ahead of a fairly strong frontal system that is moving through portions of the deep south. This will bring breezy conditions, especially with more sunlight to mix up the atmosphere. 10 to 20-mile-per-hour winds with those gusts factored in will be in play. So a foggy start gives way to a warm day. Nothing out of the ordinary for sure. Showers move in during the evening and overnight hours, though. This gives way to a breezy and cooler Sunday, a cold day on Monday with a wintry pattern for the week. Below normal for high temperatures and low temperatures through much of the week. So severe weather remains to the west. We're not going to be tracking any of that into our neck of the woods. May find some stronger storms for North Georgia and the upstate of South Carolina, but this loses a lot of steam as it moves into our area. Rain-free a majority of the day, but then we find the cold front moving in. Rounds of showers possible from late Saturday night into very early Sunday morning. This is out of here, though, and skies clear out pretty quickly by the time you even get towards the latter portions of Sunday afternoon, and it will be a cold one for Monday. Looking ahead onto our waters for tomorrow, not looking at a small craft advisory until after the cold front passes through, but 10 to 15 knot winds are expected. 2-foot seas and sea fog will likely be an issue for at least the first part of the day. One more warm day as we push through this weekend, but then we get the cold air to move in, especially for next week with a very wintry feel and occasional storm systems moving through about every 3 to 5 days or so. So then winter is coming back with vengeance.
No, don't tell us that. We're going to enjoy this 80 degrees tomorrow.
Right.
And it's 70 degrees the next day. We're just not going to. We'll deal with that when it comes.